Hi there everybody, I know it's been a while, it's been a few weeks since I put one of my little videos up. It's been a really busy few weeks, frantic at work, and of course I've really had to knuckle down on my training the last couple of weeks just to make sure that I'm fully fit for next Friday. It's now less than a week away. In fact, this time next week I'll probably be falling out of the Irish Centre, which is booked for anyone who wants to come and have a drink after the fight. I know a lot of people who can't make the fight but want to come for a drink afterwards. All welcome, so please do come along. If you're not coming to the fight, those of you who are coming to the fight, I expect to see you there. It's more or less everything's done now with a week to go. Tickets are all sold. Training's more or less complete. I've got a few little bits and bobs I've just got to do to keep myself limber really before next Friday, but I'm about as fit as I'm going to be, and about as good at boxing as I'm going to be on Friday night, and it's just a question of just maintaining my fitness until then, really. As I said, the training the last couple of weeks it's been hard all the way through, really challenging, but the last week or two been a lot of sparring, and as you can probably see, I'm bearing some of the effects at the moment. Nose popped the other day, which is nice. A few nice little marks and scuffs and scratches, black eye, and a bruised forehead, which I don't know, in the light you can just about see. But there it all is. My coach Rob has been properly beasting me for the last sort of week or so. It's been really tough going, but I'm in good nick now, and I'm about I'm as good a boxer and about as fit as I'm going to be, but I've got to be ready to just go to war on Friday night, and that's what the training's been mostly been about the last couple of weeks, is just being ready to put your head down and swing if it comes to it, because a lot can go wrong in these things, and everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face, as the old saying goes. So just got to be able to bang when it comes to it on the night, and I know Mike will be ready as well for it, so looking forward to a really good contest. And Mike, if you're listening, I hope your training's gone really well, and wish you all the best for it, mate. The last thing I've got to do, I think, before I sort of pull the shutters down on this thing, is just give the charity one last push. And I'm obviously very grateful to everyone who's already donated to the charity, and I think I'm up to about 400 or 500 quid so far. But there's a long way to go if we're going to kit these ambulances out properly. You'll recall these are the critical care ambulances that they use to rush kids back and forth from hospital who have got sort of chronic conditions and all those sorts of stuff we just prefer to pretend kids don't get, but they do, unfortunately. I've set myself a rather ambitious fundraising target for the fight, about 3,000 quid. But I'm going to try and get there if possible, and I'm not above using a bit of emotional blackmail to get there if necessary. So I'd just like to play you a short video that I've been putting together, and it's a bit about the hospital and a bit about how my training's been going, because I want you all to know how much I've suffered for this, so that hopefully when you're digging into your pockets to see what you can contribute, you see what I've put in terms of effort, and that convinces you that this is a cause worth supporting. I know there's a lot of stuff goes on with charity and stuff, and I know this time of year that there's a lot of drain on the sort of family purse, but if you can spare it, I know I'd be very grateful. And just to show that I'm not above putting my hand in my own pocket, whatever we raise through the Just Giving page, details below on the Facebook site as always, whatever we raise, I'll make up to the next 100 quid. So if you can get me to a penny over the 100, I'll put the other £99.99 in to make sure we're rounding up to the nearest 100 quid. So I can't say much fairer than that. I've looked at the video. Anyone who's embarrassed by there is a training montage involved, so anyone who's embarrassed by a fat bloke doing a bit of exercise, look away now. Hopefully you'll find it in equal parts entertaining and moving, because of obviously the cause that we're trying to build for. So enjoy the video.
When you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you could think about them, you could go one more mile. You could go one more day at work. You can find a scholarship. Listen to me, when you're doing it for somebody else, when you like that lion, if I don't grind, if we don't grind, if I don't grind, they don't eat. This is it. I wish I could back off, but it's fourth quarter. I wish I could tell you something else. I wish I could tell you tired, go take a break. I wish I could tell you tired, rest for a year. I wish I could tell you that it's gonna get easier. I wish I could tell you it's gonna get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's gonna get lighter. The weight is gonna get light. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth. The truth is you gotta find something within.
Yeah. Holla if you hear me. Yeah. Holla if you hear me. You're too near me. See it clearly. Holla if you hear me. Yeah. Here we go, turn it up, let it start. From block to block, snatching hearts and jacking marks. And the punk police can't fade me and make me. You can have me someday, G. But right now I got my mind set up. Looking down the barrel of my nine, get up. Cause it's time to make the payback facts. And my brothers on the block better stay strapped. Black and accept no substitutes. I bring truth to the youth, tear a roof for the whole school. Oh no, I won't turn the other cheek. Case you can't see us when we burn the other week. Now we got them in a smash blast. How long will it last? Till the flow get more cash. Until then raise up. Till my young black man blaze up. Like Celeste, no stress, test. Or giving but we grateful that you're living blessed. Much love to my brothers in the pen. See you when I free you, if not when they shove me in. Once again, it's an all-out strap. Keep your hands in the gap, and now your boys watch your back. Cause in the alleys out Cali, I'ma tell ya, mess with the best and the best can help ya. Scream if you feel me, see it clearly. You're too near me, holla if you hear me. Will I quit? Will I quit? Will I quit? Will I quit? Holla if you hear me. Will I quit? Will I quit? They claim that I'm falling, but still I shit. Holla if you hear me. Will I quit? 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 They claim that I'm falling, but still I shit. Pump your fist like this, holla if you hear me. If you're pissed to the sellouts, living it up. One way or another, you be giving it up. I guess cause I'm black born, I'm supposed to say peace, sing songs to get capped on. When it's time for a new plan, bam, I'll be singing like a one-man clan. Here we go, turn it up, don't stop. Tell my homies on the block getting dropped by cops. I'm still around for ya, keeping my sound underground for ya. And I'ma throw a change up, quit like you never know my name up. Now my homies in the back streets, you feel me when they rollin' in their fat Jeep. This ain't just a rap song, a black song, telling all my brothers get they strap on. And look for me in the struggle, hustling till the brothers bubble. Holla if you hear, will I quit? Will I quit? Will I quit? Will I quit? Holla if you hear, will I quit? Will I quit? The game of the ball, but still I shit. Holla if you hear, will I quit? 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 The game of the ball, but still I shit. Will I quit? Will I quit? They claim that I'm ballin', but still I kick. Representing, never give up on a good thing. We'd stop it if we could, it's a good thing. And now I'm like a major threat, cause I remind you of the things you were made to forget. Bring it on to all my boys, know the real from the buses and the decoys. And if you actin' like a real G, pump your fists and you feel me, holla if you hear me. Learn to survive in the contract. I make hard pay, I can make hard pay. Whatever it takes to live in sin, cause nobody else will give a damn. So we live like cage beats, wait for the later like a great street. Still beat till they kill me. I love it when they fear me. Holla if you hear 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 me. You're too near me, see it clearly. Holla if you hear me. You're too near me, see it clearly. Holla if you hear me. You're too near me, see it clearly. Holla if you hear me. You're too near me, see it clearly. Holla if you hear me.
So there you are, guys, moving stuff, as you can see, and hopefully you can see that I've been putting me back into it as well and give it a real good blast. Trained like a demon to try and get myself into nick for it. So I know a lot of you are coming on the night of the fight to support me and the cause, but unfortunately the kids at the hospital can't spend support that they get on fight night. Hard currency is the going rate, guys. So I know a number of you have already put in, but if you haven't yet and you'd like to, please do look up the Just Giving page that I've set up and start thinking about how much you might be able to contribute. I know it's Black Friday next week, the night of the fight, but before you go uptown and looking to spend your hard-earned on your Christmas prezzies and stuff, please do spare a thought for the kids at the Children's Hospital who will be spending their Christmas there. So, as I say, if you can think about putting your hand in your pocket and stumping up a few quid, I know I'd be grateful, and I'm sure they would. Don't know whether I'll be putting another video out now, much before the fight. Going to be really hectic week, tickets to drop off and stuff this week, and I'll see how the charity's going. I might give you one final push before fight night, and there'll probably be a couple of buckets going around at the fight as well. I'll be looking to tap you all up for a few quid. But as I say, give it some thought, guys. This is the one part of the programme that I really have got to push now, because everything else is more or less taken care of, or as good as it's going to be. But obviously we can always do a lot more on the charitable side, so please do dig deep. If you want to get in contact with me privately, you know how to do that. Just, drop me a note in the box or a private message. Very happy to get back to you all. It's getting on for sort of 5 o'clock in the morning now as I'm making this video. I'm about to go for a run before I get up to take the kids for the breakfast and all that sort of stuff. So I better head out, but have a great weekend, everybody, and might be in contact with you next week at some stage before the fight. Wish me luck.